It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Eagles and the Hawks on Thursday night.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle.
Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 53 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bass.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game.
And this is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Back to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. On second down now, it's Bass. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Bass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
To try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bass. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bass. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bass, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st down, Bass. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go. It's Bass, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Out of the gun now on third down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying it up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 5. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point forthcoming. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll square off against the LA Chargers. Good games in the late afternoon as well. One being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the LA Rams. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Houston Texans. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Bass, and he is is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good pickup there, 21 yards.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. On 2nd down, it's Bass, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because In this game, his team is down right now, so it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd and 4. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Bass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this one is right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Now back to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Jones, able to slither by. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Flush to his right. Gets past one man. A good decision in the end to pull and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a 1st as he's tackled at the 47.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bass. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
They just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They sent a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will stay at a 7-point game. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from the opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Back to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's back to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2nd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And this is going to be intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with this short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a 1st down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They'll run on 1st down. Bass, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bass. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder maybe...
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.